Welcome to Your Unapologetic Life, the podcast. I'm Morgan Barkis, your body confidence coach, with a unique blend of education and experience. With degrees in psychology and marriage and family therapy, coupled with over a decade of working as an exotic dancer as well as a exotic dance and fitness instructor, I'm here to guide you on a transformative journey. If you're ready to break free from societal norms and embrace your authentic self, you're in the right place. Tune in for insightful conversations and empowering strategies that will help you rediscover your confidence. As a special gift to you, I'm offering an exclusive Lose the Midlife Belly guide. All you have to do is visit morganbarkis.com and subscribe to my email list. Let's dive into this episode. How early are you getting up in the morning? I'm a 4:15 gal. I know. It sounds really early. And I love it. I even do it on the weekends. All right, so we're diving into the morning routine. As someone who's always had a natural sense of discipline, being the firstborn in the family, I've learned that starting the day right can set the tone for everything that follows. I'm telling you, it's just innate in me. I think it's because I am the firstborn. I'm just type A. When I started, you know who? There's the Gallup. So one of the med device companies I worked for years ago, we if while you were doing the interview process, you had to do what's called the Gallup. And so this like third party doesn't know you person calls you and you have to talk to this person for an hour and they just fire questions at you. They do not give you any feedback along the way. And it's pretty intense. And they're basically looking to see what your strengths are. Well, that is in parallel with the Strengths Finders test. So if you buy that book, then you have like a code or a key that you can put online and take the Strengths Finders test. And there's so many questions. And it's really interesting though, because basically the moral of the story is rather than try to build up your weaknesses or work on your weaknesses, the theory is these are your strengths. Capitalize on those. And the reason employers wanted to see that was because then they would know, okay, I'm hiring this person. This person's top 5 strengths are these. That's what I'm going to lean into. And, in terms of the team, like this person will be good for this because that's one of their strengths or whatever it is. Well, of my 5 strengths, I have empathy, harmony, activator, which basically means I get stuff done. And then the other 2, responsibility and discipline. So like I said, I think that the whole routine is just part of my personality and it is a habit that you can grow and learn to love. Because when I did fall off the wagon, it was kind of nice to sleep in and not have a routine. And it was difficult to get back into it. And then when I did, I craved it. I've experienced the up and downs of maintaining a morning routine, especially there was a time during my work where we were basically grounded. So I was used to going somewhere for work, having to go teach classes, go to visit customers. I was always going, going, going. And suddenly the manager was like, hey, by the way, for the last quarter, I want you to try to do anything and everything from home. And I was like, what? And so there I was sleeping in till 7:30. Well, by the time I get my coffee going, now the work emails are rolling in and the calls are starting. And I thought, oh my God, my whole day got away from me. Like, how did this happen? And it felt very chaotic. So I committed myself to a routine. I thought, I got to pull this together because I did that for like a month or two. And I thought, this is not working. I'm feeling disorganized. I'm feeling like my entire day is immediately going to someone else instead of me. And you know what they say, unless you fill up your own gas tank or your own cup, you don't have anything to give. And so I really had always liked filling my own cup so that the rest of the day when I'm working, I'm, servicing other people, helping other people. I could do that joyfully because I'd already filled up my cup. And so when I fell off my routine, that was not happening. So I had to reestablish my morning routine And I am empowering you to do the same. I've been getting up early since I was a kiddo. When I was in high school, 5 a.m., I was up. My dad's coffee was getting brewing. I did that. I would take a shower, then I would go wake up my brother. I usually would have to go into his room 3, 4, 5, 7 times. Come on, we got to get going. Let's go. You got to get up. Because I was the one that drove us to school. And so I was always the responsible one. I was always up early. I like the quiet time of the morning and that it's not a rushed time. And I felt like the earlier I got up, the rest of the world wasn't up yet, so it was peaceful. And it was a time to take my time. I don't like to be pushed, rushed. I don't like feeling behind, and so I really enjoyed my routine. And like I said, when I worked this job and they basically grounded us as sales reps, I didn't know what to do with myself. I felt like I fell off the wagon, you know? And so it was I noticed I just wasn't as happy. I felt, like I said, disorganized and chaotic, and that my day wasn't mine. And I thought, how do I get this back? Because right now I'm out of control and I don't like it. And so I committed to setting my alarm 7 days a week to 4:15 a.m. Now, if I'm really sick and I need the sleep, or I had a elective surgery recently and I was sleeping 10, 12 hours a couple nights, great. Like, yes, your body needs to recover. You need to trust your body. And it got to the point where I loved when my alarm would go off. I still love because it's still going off at 4:15 a.m. and it's Saturday. Because then I think, yay, this is my favorite day of the week. I'm up at 4:15. I don't have any work calls or work emails coming in. And so that means this entire day is mine and it's starting at 4:15. And so I would get up and I make my bed. I have a very set routine. I love a routine. Um and I make my bed. I go in the bathroom, brush the teeth, put on my under eye patches, then I hit the kitchen. It's time for some caffeine. Sit down at my desk, I'm journaling. And it's just that. And then I go shower and then I go work out. And it's the same routine every weekdays, weekends, because it feels like, wow, I accomplished all of these things before 7:30 in the morning. And then by the time things start stirring, if you will, and other people are starting to wake up, and on the weekends, I call my parents and we have coffee together over the phone. And then, or it's work and I'm at my desk and now the emails are starting to roll in and people are calling, and that's fine because I just had 3 hours to myself and it was lovely. And I listened to a podcast or some music and I did some journaling and it was great. And it was mine. And now my cup is full and then I can go and give. So it's like, it feels like, because some people they don't want routine because it feels restrictive and too much structure. And I would argue that the structure adds stability and freedom because you get to do these things. And that if you set your day up in a certain way, you have more flexibility and you have more freedom. You don't have that feeling of being rushed or out of control or that the day isn't yours. And it really is like grounding physically and with your time. And I would argue that it is very mentally healthy. It gives you a sense of, I took care of myself. This day was mine. I took control of the day. I get to decide how this is going to play out. And then when things happen during the day that throw you off or feel stressful, you didn't start your day like that. So there's more wiggle room to move and groove with the unexpected things or the stressful things, or someone needs something from you right now, or someone's upset about something. It's like, all right, because you're in a good place. You're coming from a grounded, calm, in control place. Does that make sense? And your routine might not look like my routine. Cool. I like 4:15 a.m. Maybe yours is 5:15 a.m. because you don't start work till 9 or 10 in the morning. Awesome. I used to have a job like that when I used to be, I worked for a nonprofit, and I was a family worker for families that were dealing with child protective issues. And they would come to the center where I worked to do their visitation with their kiddos. I didn't go to work till noon. I worked noon to 8. So my routine was different back then because I had the entire morning to go to the grocery store and do my workout or whatever I was going to do. So if your schedule's different, cool. Adapt it to what you want to adapt it to. What I'm encouraging you to do is set up a buffer that before you have to go to work or before the kids start getting up and needing things from you, um, buffer it 2 to 3 hours. Now you're not rushed. The morning is yours. And I would encourage you to do something in that time. Don't just sit there on your phone and scroll or something. Like, do something that's for the nourishment of your mind and your body. So think of it like me. I do the journaling. I love to journal. My mom was. I went home around Christmas time, 2024, and I burned. My mom and dad have a wood boiler. We didn't throw it in there though. They have this other situation at the shop where they have this big. I want to say metal, but it's beyond that. It's thicker than that. I don't know what it is, but it's like the burning barrel, if you will. And that baby is high. It's like 15 feet high or something. And oh my goodness, mom and I were throwing in there old papers I wrote in graduate school and every journal I had since I was 13 years old. There were a lot of them. Notebook upon notebook upon notebook. Cards I had that I didn't need anymore. I mean, lovely, like happy birthday, this, that, and the other. I mean, I've kept almost every card I ever got in my life. And then I went through all of them and just picked out the ones that, like, when I read it, I thought, oh, I like that. I want that in my life. Most of them were from my brother. My brother, I'll tell you what, he doesn't say a lot, uh, except in a card. Every year, whether it was my birthday or Christmas, he would write the nicest things in a card. And I found those things all these years later, and I was like, wow, my brother's pretty sentimental. And so I kept every card he wrote me, and a lot of them that my mom and dad wrote me, mostly my mom, she signs for mom and dad and a few friends and things like that. But I got it down to like one little folder, and so I burned this whole box of all these cards that I had from all over the years, literally since I was born. It's a girl, yeah. My mom had kept every single card, so. But I thought, what am I going to haul these around the world with me? I gotta get some of this stuff out of my life. Anyway, so I was burning all the things. I was burning journals. I was burning cards. I was burning graduate school papers. I was having a great time. And my mom said, why did you even write in all these journals? Now you're just burning them. Like you could have wrote a book or something. And I thought, I could have. You look at someone like Matthew McConaughey and he turned all his journals into a book, and that's awesome. Dak Shepard, he's another one. He journals every single day, keeps them, and now he's writing some kind of book. Great. I just thought that isn't why I did them. I did them to process feelings and kind of chronicleize my life. At the time when I was younger, it was like this person did this, that, and it was always like who, what, when. And then as I got older, it was like why. I was processing feelings that were coming up, but it was like I don't know. I didn't feel the need to keep them, and so I didn't want to keep moving and having to haul these things around in plastic bins. So yes, I still journal even though I burn those babies because I don't know. I just like to process things in the morning, and so that for me is for my mental health. Yours might be uh, meditation. I can't get into meditation. I don't know why. It's not my thing. Visualization, yes, I have written out, I have typed out some things that I want to manifest in my life, and I read that every day, and I feel it, and I visualize, and I'm like, so maybe that's sort of like meditation, but not really. Um, According to Gabby, what's her name? Bernstein, Gabby Bernstein. If you follow her, I listened to her one of her audiobooks about manifesting and meditation and stuff, and she's really big into it, and she even has like a mantra, and I think, man, I wish I was that person, but I do a lot of things to help myself. I do a lot of self care, and that one has not hit me yet. But I didn't think yoga would ever hit me, and it did. So you never know. I could become a meditator at some point. Who knows? I have a lot of life yet to live. All I'm saying is for you, pick something that's for your mental health. So maybe it's a manifesting visualization exercise, it's meditating, it's journaling, maybe reading. I got for a while there, my routine in the morning included 10 pages in a book. Every single morning, 10 pages. And that way in a month, you read 300 pages. Like, how cool is that? So you could get through a book and a half or whatever. Nourish your mental health right away in the morning, and then nourish your body. Take a shower, do your hair, fix your face, put something cute on, comfy and cute. Go work out, move your body, even if it's 10 minutes. Take care of your mind, take care of your body. Now your cup is full. You're grounded, you're calm. You feel good, you feel accomplished. You're like, wow, I did all those things already this morning. I am winning. Now, when you walk into your life, whatever that routine for the rest of the day may be, you're in a much better place. You're going to handle everything better from that place because you filled your cup up first. Think about your morning routine. Are there small changes that you can make to prioritize yourself in the morning? Remember, filling your cup first is essential before you can pour into others, the coworkers, the kiddos, the hubby, the friends. I challenge you to create a morning routine that works for you and commit to it. Even when it feels hard at first, stick to it. I'll tell you what, those 4:15 a.m. Alarms, they weren't welcome for a while. And now I wake up, even on the weekends, and I'm like, yay! It's 4:15. Let's go. The payoff in the long run is incredible. You're going to have greater mental clarity, improved mood, who doesn't want that, and a sense of control over your own day. It is your day. Take control of your day. If you're like, this sounds awesome, and I could use a buddy, I'm your buddy. All right, just call on me. I am a resource. All you got to do is go to morganbarkis.com, my website, book a call with me, and we can talk about whether or not working with me as your coach would help. I have a system that works. Let's work it. And I understand I've hired coaches, I've hired therapists, I hired a personal trainer, I've done the things because sometimes I want the accountability partner and I want someone to just tell me what to do. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Your Unapologetic Life. I hope you found inspiration and practical tips to help you embrace your unique beauty. If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with at least one woman in your life that you care about. Hit that follow button, and if this episode resonates with you, take a moment to rate and review. Your support helps us reach more women on their journeys to confidence. And remember, for even more resources, including my exclusive Lose the Midlife Belly guide filled with my personal tips and tricks, visit morganbarkis.com and subscribe to my email list. Thank you for being here, and I can't wait to connect with you in the next episode.